Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we are cooking. And we are cooking some samosas, and I want to welcome you into my kitchen, into this video. I want to beseech you to like, subscribe and share if you like what we are cooking today. Welcome guys. Today we are cooking samosa and we have all the ingredients that I am going to use today for cooking my samosa, and we are going to start with frying ground beef. As you can see, this is ground beef, and so I want to just prepare my ingredient before I fry my ground beef. So we have a huge onion here, which I am going to cut into small pieces. This is red onion, and you can use the onion that you like. There are different kinds of onions. There are white onions, there are green onions. I prefer red onions because they have a different kind of taste, and the taste that I like. And so I actually use this kind of onion in almost all my cooking, but you can use whatever onion that you like. So you're gonna cut your onion into the pieces that you like. I like diced onions, and remember, we are cooking samosas, and the first thing we want to do is to fry our onions, and it also depends with the size of your meat. So because I am using about let's see, this is like half, let me see, this is 16, wait a minute guys, net weight is 16 lbs, and it is half of that, so I am using 8 lbs. So I am going to use half an onion, because again, when you are making samosas, you want your onions to be a lot, you use a lot of onions because they make samosas to have a different kind of taste, and you want also to use less beef, because you do not want to have so much beef. So I am done with cutting, so I want to place my onions into the pan, and make sure that you spread your onions like this one, so that they can be separated like this. And so yeah, so we are making samosas. So this is the first step here guys. So the onions first. So you want to put your cooker on into the, according to your cooker. I have medium, I have high, I have low. So I will put it on medium, and then remember we are frying, so I use a canola oil, and this one I just add a tablespoon of canola oil. So not too much, because the ground beef, they already have oil. So this actually is just for frying my onions, and yeah, so you also want to spread your onions all over the pan, and also making sure that you have enough oil spreading. Now we have salt. I like putting salt before everything else, like immediately after I put my onions, because salt prevents your onion from burning. And also, you see the kind of pan that I am using. This kind of pan is easy to burn. So as my onions are cooking, I go ahead and cut my green pepper. So for nice samosas, spicy samosas, you want to have some pepper. And this pepper, this small kind of pepper, is usually really, it has got that taste that you like. If you like sour food, and especially in meat, you want to buy this kind of a pepper, a green pepper. It's a small kind, and this one you can get it from In Kenya, I know you can get it from the market there, but from where I am right now, you can get it from the market, Superior Groceries. So I have many pieces of samosas, many pieces of pepper, because I like my samosa, you know, spicy. So you want to cut them into small pieces like this, because if you put this one piece in your mouth, it's going to be bitter, and I know for some people don't like it, but I like it. So this is only for people who like pepper. Those who do not like pepper, you don't have to add pepper. You can just make your samosas without pepper. So you just cut them like this in small pieces, like this. And then I'm gonna put them aside there as I continue stirring my onion, because I don't want it to burn. So when it starts changing its color, then I can start adding other ingredients. I have here, I have some cloves. This is garlic cloves, and I have this small mincer that I will just put my garlic here, and then, you know, I just squeeze it like this. It is easy. It comes out very, 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 very easily like that. I want all the pieces to be squeezed in here. So this is an easier way. If you want to grate, you can actually grate your garlic as well, if you don't have this kind of a squeezer. So, but it's an easy thing to do. So I have 6 pieces of garlic cloves. This one is huge, so I want to cut it so that it can fit here. Okay. Okay, this one was huge. Huge, huge, huge. And this is the last one here. So yeah, so you just remove the, you know, the sides, make sure that everything has gone in there. Yeah. And basically that is it. So I have my, this is a cilantro or dania. So now we want to go ahead and put our, of course, you can see the onion has changed its color. It's now almost browning. So I first would want to add my pepper, and then I will also add my garlic, like that. Remember, we had already put some salt, so we are not adding any more salt here. So you make sure you reduce your heat so that you don't burn your food. You don't want to end up with burnt food. Okay, so I am going to cover my pan, and then wow, that is the effect of pepper. And oh, sorry guys, I have something here that is messing me up. I'm sorry. Oh, some water that poured. Okay, so the next step is my beef, my grounded beef. We want to remove it, you know, from this packaging here, and make sure your hands are very clean. So we just want to separate our beef like this. You know, we don't have to have big chunks, because eventually they will all be you know, like separate from each other. So yeah, so this is how it's going to be. So we want to see what is happening here, and it's time now to add our beef. I'm sorry. Woo. Okay, at least I think the beef will help me with the taste of pepper. So you want to make sure everything has been separated like this. We already put salt, so pepper, I don't have to add more pepper because I did put a lot of pepper here, and I don't want to do other spices because I already have my garlic in here and my onions, so that should be enough. So we make sure everything has mixed together, and then we're gonna cover. Cilantro will be the end product to be put in here, so we want to cover, and then we are done with this. So we want now to prepare our our samosa. What makes samosa? Because meat is not samosa, so that is just ground beef. So what is this thing that makes samosa to be called samosa? Okay, so we're gonna wipe our board here, our cutting board, because it is the same board that I am going to use to cut my tortillas. So I use this kind of tortillas to make my samosa. So the tortillas are basically Mexican, and they look like chapatis, if you like. And for those guys who don't have time to cook chapatis, this is what they use. You just go into the mall or the supermarket and buy this kind of already prepared kind of, chapatis. They call them tortillas here. So I will use more if I need more. So this is what I have, and this is basically what I am going to use for my samosas. So before I start cutting these things here, the tortillas, I want to do a glue kind of mixture. So this is just a all-purpose wheat flour. So I just put this is just a quarter of a cup, and then I would like to add some water into it. This is supposed to help me with the mixture. It's supposed to glue up the samosas together. So you just stir like this. You can add more water. Make sure it is a glue-like thing. And make sure you prepare enough so that you don't keep mixing in the process. Okay, We want to have a knife. Start by this knife here, and if they are the same size, you can actually cut them together. If not, you can cut one at a time. So I want to have like cut them into half like this, and then you have two pieces like that. Then now you want to make your pocket for samosas. So what you do, you just take the two edges like this, and then you make sure you fold them like this into two, and make sure this part here is closed, like you don't want to have any opening. So you just close them like this and end up with something like this. So this is a pocket. So you're gonna make sure you close this part very well here. You can add some glue to help you close. So you will end up with something like this, okay? So yeah. So now we start application. We can start applying our glue so that we can hold sorry guys,